there's some great history here in music in this town, and never really saw it covered or compiled in a way that people can visit our city or currently making music in our city really know about the history. I don't even know about the history, so I knew I wasn't the right person to run something like that or to start something like that. But I wanted to get the conversation started and to get something where the right people would start, coming together and figure out how we can recognize and honor the past music of this city and, of course, the future of the city. And I think finally, after meeting with this gentleman right here a couple of months ago, we came to an understanding of what we think we need to do. We've gotten some great people together who are going to be up on the stage in the next couple of minutes talking about it. Really just talking some great stories about some of the great history of this town, which a lot of us don't even know happened. Some of the people who have come through this city, which a lot of people don't know. And I certainly did not. I just knew it had to be a lot of history. I think it's the oldest city in the world, and the music scene is what it is. Very small square miles, over 100 music venues, thousands of musicians. There had to be stories that go with it, and there are. So we're excited to be involved with this, Narrow Magazine being involved, and we will have some more great things happening this year. But I want to introduce to you Walt Kulwicki, who has been instrumental in getting this started, reaching out to the right people. He's going to introduce a couple more people who will be up on stage tonight, telling some great stories, playing a few songs, and we'll also be sharing a new website that just went live in the last 2 days, where people can share their own views on the music of the city, on the history of the music here, and it'll all happen, culminate very soon with a first induction class sometime this year.
And Dave reached out and told me that he had some difficulties meeting some people, and I said, well, I'd be happy to try to put something together. I've never put together a Hall of Fame. I don't think anybody in this room has ever put together anything of this, what we're trying to do. But I think that there's so much history here, and those guys lost our bass player, Banner Thomas from the original Modeling Hatchet Group last year, and he was a treasure trove of stories. And there's so many people here, with so much talent. We had the Milltop back open, which is the first place I played here in town back in 1993. I met my wife there. It means a lot to me to have that place back open. All the other venues that have been here, the Trade Winds Lounge is so instrumental in the music history here in town. The people that play there, still play there, Elizabeth, my band, there's so many names. Once I started talking to people, and I started out with a little notepad back in December, and within about 2 weeks, I'm up to a spiral binder with pages and pages. I don't want to leave anybody out, and that's the whole idea of having the website that we're putting together, is so you can help us help you have a Hall of Fame. And so without any more, I'm going to introduce the guy that's instrumental in bringing up the website, putting it all together for you. This is Jim Stavern from Eclipse Studios.
Well, at any rate, so Walt contacted me about this, and so we had a meeting, and there were 5 of us there, and we went ahead and secured Saint Augustine Music Hall of Fame.com, Saint ST, and also SAMHOF, SAMHOF.com. And if you go to the site now, what you'll get is there is a participation form. And what we want to do is we want to try and collect as much information as we can. And we want everyone, we invite everyone to give us everything that you can think of that could help us build a really good database and kind of put together a complete picture of the St. Augustine music scene. It can go back as far as you all have information. Please go there and you can submit as many as you want. It's going to ask for the name or the event or the location that you're talking about. So it could be a musician, it could be a location, and it could be something like a festival. And then give us whatever details you want, when it took place, And then we're going to ask you if we can contact you, because what we want to do is we want to start gathering this information, and then we want to go back and start filling in the blanks. And there is, hopefully, we're going to get information from all kinds of people so that we can have something that will really tell the story. And eventually, we'll be collecting images, video, whatever form that can be presented to us that we will then put on the website so people can go there and learn, as well as have a fun time just kind of going back through the history of things. And as we build this database, then we will come up with a format that will lead to how we will be selecting members for the introductory class. And, you know, I can just think off the top of my head, 50 people that probably should be there. And, you know, and if I give myself another 10 minutes, I'll have forgotten those 50 and I'll think of 50 more. But at any rate, please participate, share it with your friends. I know that Dave and Narrow Magazine are going to be promoting this, so it'll get out there for people to go there. And help us make this thing work. Thank you.
Mr. Jim DeVito.
What's going on? Is this some kind of a contest? Are we voting for people to be able to?
Eventually, but we need to get,
Really?
we don't need to get it up, but we need to get a database first.
Or, you know, facts or facts?
Facts.
Popularity contests are won by...
Not a popularity contest.
Okay. In the early days of Saint Augustine, there was a really healthy music scene here that was fed by a bunch of bohemians who came down from the village in New York and established a kind of a folk scene. And up popped a few coffee houses and the art show and all this kind of stuff. And so this became a kind of a mecca for the arts here in Saint Augustine early on. I've been recording music here in Saint Augustine since '77, and honestly, there's a great self-driven music scene here. We got a lot of country, rock, folk, acoustic, and punk music. Matter of fact, St. Augustine's a pretty good punk town. Still is.
Absolute pleasure to welcome Walt here on the stage and to give him our first narrow award for recognizing him on the cover of the most popular cover of the year. Now he's going to rock and roll and here's some Walt Kulwicki.
To another wonderful Narrow Awards and also the launch of the St. Augustine Music Hall of Fame. And also we wanted to give Teresa an award tonight. Not only is she an amazing singer-songwriter, one of the first singer-songwriters I met when I moved here, but she's just an amazing person. She's done a lot for the community. So we wanted to give this award for her before she performs, just to embarrass her more.
Curse on my plans, and what's worse is I can't write you out. Bleed through this. I can't pretend to forget all about you. Your face, your bad moods, your hands.
thanks you deserve, all of you.
They released their album a couple weeks ago, Cafe 11. It was a absolutely packed house. I've never seen Cafe 11 more packed. That's it. Tori, hand them the award. Congratulations. We love you guys. And next year, Salt and Pine, everyone.